These are the video notes that go along with the guided notes, mean word problems. Now let's go back to what we learned about mean in 6th and 7th grade. Remember that your mean is another way to talk about what is average, okay? So in definition, to find a mean, you're just going to add up all your numbers and divide by how many. Now let's put some symbols with this, okay? The symbol for the word mean is X with like a bar over the top. That bar does not mean to repeat, okay? You read that as X mean, okay? Another symbol we need to get is this funny looking thing that looks kind of like an E. That's the Greek letter sigma, okay? That means the sum. So anytime in math you see that symbol, that means to add it all up, okay? Now, our formula for mean is X mean equal to sigma X divided by a lowercase n. Okay, that's a basic formula for mean, and we're going to use that to solve these problems. Okay, just remember, add up all of our x's. So some people will say find the sum of the data. Okay, and you're going to divide it by, now the lowercase n is the number of data. Okay, so that's the how many. Now we're going to work through two examples and show how we can use this formula and what we know about solving equations to find a missing value. So as you're going through, pause your video as needed so that you can copy down. Our first example right here says, Tia wants to have an average of 24 points or better per basketball game. His points for games played are 18, 16, 28, 20, and 24. What is the least number of points he needs in his last game to reach his goal? Okay, so I want you to think about this. He's got all of these points that he's earned, but he wants his final average at the end of the season to be 24. So we're going to start with our formula right here. X mean equals the sum of X over N. Okay? We already know what our X mean is because it says he wants to have an average of 24. Okay? So X bar or X mean is going to be the 24. Now, the sum of all the X's is the sum of all these individual points that he has earned. So it's going to be 18 plus 16 plus 28 plus 20 plus 24. And I'm going to have to add to that a plus X. The X is the points he's going to earn in that last game. Okay, so that's really what we're looking for. Because it said what was the least number of points he needed in his last game. So that's what we're looking for. Now I'm going to divide all of that by how many data points I have. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with that last one I'm looking for. Now the rest of this is just straight off some adding and subtracting, and you can use your calculator to do this. So what I'm going to do, first thing is think about order of operations, and I'm going to add all of these numbers together, these 5 numbers. So I'm going to grab a calculator, I'm going to chuck them all in, I'm going to add them all up. When I add them all up, what I get is 106. So my next line is going to be 24 is equal to 106 plus that x, all divided by 6. Now, I need just to finish up solving right here. What I'm going to do is get rid of my denominator right here. Since I'm dividing this whole side right here by 6, I can scoop that 6 over here as a multiply. Okay? Opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I'm going to do 6 times 24. And that's going to give me 144 equal to 106 plus x. And then, of course, we know that last step would be to take this 106 and subtract it from the 144. So that would give me x equal to 38. So what does that mean? Just make a little statement right here. Tia has to make at least 38 points in the last game. I'll have to step up his three-pointers. Okay, so that's what it means. It means that in that last game, for him to have an average of 24 or better for the whole season, he's going to have to score 38 points. Now pause this and finish copying this down, and then we'll go to example 2. Now, example 2 is the same type problem, just a completely different real life situation. But everything except the situation and the numbers, the procedure is exactly the same. So let's read number 2 together, pause it and copy it down if you need to. The average daily temperature for the first week of September in North Carolina is 83 degrees. If the temperatures for the first 6 days of the week are 89, 82, 88, 85, 81, and 82, what should the temperature on the last day be? Okay, so let's go back right here to our formula. X mean equals the sum of my x's divided by n. Okay, equal to. Now I can do this right here. Let's add up all of our temperatures. So we've got 89 plus 82 plus 88 plus 85 plus 81 plus 82. Now I got to add an x right there at the end because that's day number 7. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days and the last day of the week. And then I'm going to divide that all by 7 days because there is 7 days in a week. Now, again, what is my x mean right here going to be? It's going to be what? Where did it say? Right here, 83, right? Equal to 83. Slide it over so you can see it. Now, let's use our calculator. So we can add up all 6 of these numbers. Calculate, calculate, calculate. Speeding it up here. Should be 507 plus x divided by 7, and that's going to equal up to 83. Now again, because I'm dividing this whole entire side by 7, I can bring this divide by 7 over here and turn it into a multiply by 7. So 83 times that 7 right over here is going to give me 581. On this side, I'm left with the 507 plus x. Now, last step, subtract the 507 from both sides. And what I'm going to have is x is equal to 74. So what does that mean? That means for that week to be an average week for the first week of September in North Carolina, that 7th day, the temperature needs to be 74 degrees. Okay? Now, pause your video, finish copying this in, put it into your interactive notebook, and then go to Canvas and find your mean word problem assignment to complete.